Welcome to another shave here on the Soap Thing Project. I'm going to try to push through this just as fast as I can. I'm doing this shave right before I go to work, so time is of the essence, you could say. We're going to do a sample from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. A lot of people think that PAA doesn't do samples. They do. They just don't do very many of them. There's only like 5 or 6 soap samples. If you want to try anything else, you got to get their aftershave samples, which I think is asinine, personally. I don't know why you can't at least offer your 10 or 12 best sellers as a sample, but hey, I will go ahead and digress. We're going to do Cavendish. Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Cavendish. And this is a sample of CK1, believe it or not. And CK1's got glycerin, cocoa butter, shea butter, avocado oil, things like that in it. And it's good stuff. We'll talk about the scent more during the shave. $3.49 for this sample over at PAA, of all places. Now, the aftershave is going to be the historic brand's Cerf Rouge. As long as I'm using a cherry tobacco type scent for the soap, I may as well use the black cherry bourbon for the aftershave. Give the Mirasol Metal Sol a break for a minute. We have the RazoRock Mamba 70. 0.7 millimeter blade gap, neutral exposure, 316 stainless steel, made in Canada. And this is my all-time favorite razor, so we're going to use this one for a while. And let's shake up the blade bag and pick something completely random out of here. I always shake up the blade bag and pick a random blade whenever I do a sample video, just to mix things up a little bit. Oh, let's pick this one. See what this is. And, oh, nice. We have a Treat Platinum. That should be a perfectly fine shave. I seem to remember these blades being not horrible, but not the best either. Kind of a middle-of-the-road blade. And the brush is going to be one of my all-time favorite brushes, at least recently. It's the Eric Sorrentino Black and Gold brush that you've been seeing a lot of lately. And this has a 22 millimeter Maggard G5 synthetic. I just really love, it's not the most complex brush, especially as far as like the pour and the handle. It's just black and gold, but he did a really good job on the shape, and he did a phenomenal job polishing it. There is no time spared on this. You can tell just by looking at it. Okay, let's do a shave. Okay, it's a good day to be in the wet shaving community today. Got 36 hours growth, I got a wet face, I got a bowl full of soap with a perfectly average 3 out of 5 scent strength on the sniffometer inside the Langley City Shave Bowl. Yeah, PAA Cavendish. So let's put it on the face and let's talk about it. CK1. Slinging little bits of lather all over the place with this one. Okay. Might be a little thin for what I'm used to dealing with. Maybe not, we'll see. Alright, RazoRock Mamba 70 with a treat platinum in it. Let's do a shave, here we go. Blade is buttery smooth, if a little mild. The first couple strokes, it was making contact with hair, but not taking anything down. So I'm having to apply a little bit more pressure than normal. This idea that you're supposed to apply no pressure is nonsense. You should apply the amount of pressure to your face that's adequate for a pleasant shave. And that's going to vary from one razor and blade combination to the next. Okay, so what are the notes for PAA Cavendish? Dark Kentucky and burley tobacco, cherry wood, vanilla bean, cedar, leather, and a kiss of smoke. Well, the first thing I can tell you about it is that it needs more smoke. Instead of a kiss of smoke, it definitely needs a makeout session of smoke, a sexual intercourse of smoke. I don't know where that came from. It needs more smoke, all right? It needs to be a little smokier. It's a little too clean for me. Yeah, I would definitely appreciate more smoke. Now, putting the smoke aside, it's a garden variety, cherry pipe tobacco sort of scent. It's got a little bit of sweetness from the cherry. It's definitely easy to differentiate between the sweetness you're getting from the cherry and the sweetness you're getting from the tobacco. Those are two different kinds of sweetness that are easy to pick apart in this one. It's an easy one to disassemble. Let's put it that way. Cedar, maybe. I think that one's a little bit on the invisible side. Not really getting a ton of woodiness out of this. Get it all over me. Let's sniff it this way. Nah, I'm not getting a cedar vibe, or a leather vibe for that matter. So it might just be there might just be notes that are playing a balancing act to kind of just provide nuance to the scent, if that makes any sense. It's a good scent, you know. I've done a good job complaining about it so far, but I'm not saying it's bad. I just, if I had my way, it would be smokier. I can see why this is a great seller for PAA. It's a fairly simple scent. Nothing too complex about it. It's kind of fairly obvious from looking at the label what it is. It's going to be a tobacco scent. Trying to use both sides of the razor before I rinse. dirty habit of not doing that. Okay. Now, down here. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the size of it. It's not super clean like a tobacco leaf scent. I mean, it's not Astra Planeta by any means. I seem to remember Astra Planeta being a very green kind of fresh tobacco leaf scent, which sadly it wasn't for me. I ended up selling that one pretty quickly without even doing a video. I don't remember if I did a video or not. I don't think I did. But yeah, this one's got a little bit of I wouldn't say dirtiness, but it's a little bit rough around the edges. But in a tobacco scent, especially a pipe tobacco scent, I could stand for it to be a little smokier, especially since the label is kind of indicative that it's a lit tobacco. Well, the actual scent smells an awful lot like an unlit tobacco. So see if I can get a little bit closer right there. It's always right there that wants to not shave very well. All right. Well, there we go. A day and a half of growth gone without a lot of trouble. Okay, let's do the aftershave. Okay, we've got the historic brand's Cerf Rouge on deck. Let's use it. A little bit of this stuff goes a long way. A lot of these like pump bottles of balm, you need like several, 3 or 4 sprays. This one, well, several, 3 or 4 pumps. This one, 2 is almost too much. That still wasn't the closest shave ever. I mean, it's good enough to go at work, but I can feel spots where if I'm rubbing against the grain, I got a little bit of friction there still. So that just might not be a good blade pairing for this particular razor. I seem to remember Treat Platinums being a little on the mild side, and then going ahead and putting it in a mild razor is not going to help my case any. At least I didn't nick myself though, so there's that. With some razors, I really got to be careful and exercise caution how I use them. This is definitely an autopilot razor, without a doubt. Okay, my final thoughts on PAA Cavendish. Is this good enough for me to buy a full-size tub? I don't know about this one. I've been thinking about it for a while. I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Just because if you are in the market for a tobacco scent, if you don't have any tobacco scents in your collection and you're looking for one, this one is a good one. This one's a very good one and you're going to be well served. However, if you already have a wide variety of tobacco scents in your collection, this one is a bit redundant and I would not recommend picking it up if you already have a bunch of tobacco scents in your collection. Take that for whatever it's worth. So, yeah. That's my thoughts on Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Cavendish. It's a perfectly good tobacco, cherry tobacco, pipe tobacco kind of scent. It's a good scent from PAA. And that's it. That's the video. I want to thank everybody for watching. And until next time, this is Soap Thing telling you, shave like you mean it. Thanks for watching.